Greetings, everyone. Welcome back. Today's a big number day. Inflation. CPI month over month is expected to come in at 0.7. Last time it came in at 0.9. This is what we're going to be looking at. It's going to be this little box right here. This is what it looked like last time. CPI for all items rises 0.9. Uh-oh. Hold on, I think I'm frozen, but there we go. Okay, there we go. So CPI right here, you can see rises 0.9 for all items last time. That's last month. What we're looking for this time is 0.7. 0.7 is what we're looking for this time. Then you're going to see a number right here rising 6.2% over the last 12 months. The number we're looking for there is 6.8%. If we get a meet, like we match that number, then hopefully the markets will be happy because we are already expecting. Oh, frozen again. Oh, good old Mac for you. There we go. Okay, that's interesting. If I keep this open, I won't freeze. There you go. Could you hear me when that happens, or is it just the picture that freezes? But that's okay. We're rolling right now. Frozen camera. Okay. All right. Well, as long as you can hear me, that's all right. And we're good. We're good now. So this is gonna be big, and we're gonna go ahead and see what happens here. So let's see here. We're gonna go pull up. I'm gonna pull up the S&P 500, and I'm also going to pull up Bitcoin, which let's see here. Historically, we've always thought of Bitcoin as an inflation hedge, but as I talked about in yesterday's video, it's become a little bit more beta associated with a tech stock. It's become a little bit less of a diversifier. But anyway, let's see what happens. All right. It's possible that CNBC has this embargoed, so they might beat me to this. So let's listen. What the heck is that? Oh, there we go. All right, here we go.
Anyway, let's the numbers is coming in. You guys can argue about that. I'm sure viewers can't decide. What is the number?
All right. It's now 8:30 on the dot. We're awaiting these numbers, of course. It's the November read on Consumer Price Index, up 0.8 on headline. That, in a way, is good news because that 0.9 in the rearview mirror was the highest level.
0.8 is actually a little higher than expected.
Years. If you strip out the all-important food and energy, it's up 0.5%, up 4.5, and that is moderating from some of the recent higher levels, and that is a good thing. But here's the Moneyball numbers year over year. Year over year, up 6.8, up 6.8.
It literally meet expectations. I'm shocked. They have it embargoed, so they have it before us.
1982. And if we look at X food and energy year over year, it's up 4.9. And that.
So an embargo just means they get the release before everybody else, but they're not allowed to talk about it until the exact time. So there it is. Came in at 0.8% month over month. That is 0.1% higher. You've got 0.9% in October. Let's see, broad increases in gasoline, shelter, food, used cars, and trucks. Yesterday, we already knew the Manheim Index was already telling us that used car prices were going to come in substantially higher than expected. Take a look here. It actually seems like the market's happy about this. It seems like the market thought that we were going to have a disaster on our hands, and really inflation just came in pretty much exactly as estimated. So let's see here. The energy index rose 3.5% in November as the gasoline index reached 6.1%. Other major energy indices also rose. Food index rose 0.7%. All items less food and energy rose 0.5% in November, following a 0.6% increase in October. Shelter, used cars, trucks, new vehicles, index for housing, furnishings, operations, apparel, airline fares were among those that increased. The housing one is going to be, or the shelter sector, that's going to be something we're going to be stuck with for really the next year, I think, where rents are just continuing to skyrocket. Remember that ultimately you have, Bitcoin's up about $400 here, $300 to $400. And look at that. Look at that correlation between Bitcoin and the market. Market happy, Bitcoin happy. That's so in other words, if inflation would have beat, Bitcoin may have come down, which is something we talked about yesterday. Anyway, let's see here. New vehicles on the right side, unadjusted 12-month, and then the month over month is right here. This number is the month over month, and then right side is the 12-month. So 1.1% on new vehicles, used cars 2.5% for the month over month. Let's see, medical care 0.3, shelter 0.5. This right here will not be shocking if this ends up flipping with used cars next year, that you're going to see used cars up, flat or negative, and then that you'll see shelter up something like 2.5%. All right, what else here? Food away from home increased 0.6%. Oh, let's see. Food at home index rose 6.4% over the last 12 months. The index for meats, poultry, fish, and eggs increased 12.8%. I imagine that's over the last 12 months. Let's see here. Yeah, they're talking about over the last 12 months here. Okay, good. All right, so we'll look at some charts here in just a moment, but let's just look at the market's reaction first. So S&P moved higher on this slightly, and let's look at Bitcoin. I believe we're at 49.5 right now, so that should be good for HUD 8. Yeah, let's go to the minute here. There you go. Very, very similar to the move that you saw in the S&P 500. Look at that. You ran over 4,900. You fell back in nervousness to about 48.8 and ran up about $700 on Bitcoin here. Let's see how some other things are doing. Okay, let's see. Let's jump in on over to, say, Tesla. Okay, so, yep, Tesla up about 1% here. Matterport up about 1%. C3AI got a very cool, what's it called, government contract yesterday. It was something like potentially up to $500 million or something like that. This thing ran almost 30% yesterday. Right now it's up 17%. Yeah, that's incredible. 17%. Puts this one at, looks like 38, roughly 38. Still relatively low and under our good old blue line here. Volatility. Ooh. Well, volatility probably won't actually update until we're open for about 10-15 minutes. Yeah, HUD 8 mining up about 4%. So the miners are going to be up today. That makes sense. Affirm coming back 2.5%. Nvidia coming back. Lucid, couple percent over here. Cloudflare, couple percent. Good. So look at this. This is a lot of folks yesterday, and I think this is really important to understand about the market. Like, critical to understand about the market. Yesterday, a lot of folks asked me, they said, hey, Kevin, why are you investing so much money the day before the inflation reading? Wouldn't it make sense to invest after the reading? And almost always, not always, but almost always, the answer is no. And the reason for that is people imagine that things are going to be worse in their brains than things actually tend to end up being. Like, we could have had a miss on CPI. It could have been bad. Like, it could have been it could have been like way higher, essentially. I guess in theory that's a beat, but in a bad way. And the market, for whatever reason, really likes results and doesn't like unknown. So as long as you get a result, even if the result is worse, sometimes that's better than not knowing. So knowing is better than not knowing, even if the news is bad. I think that kind of works in relationships too. Like, it's better to be transparent than to like be mysterious, right? I think the stock market is like our relationship, our other relationship. Anyway. So Moderna is down about 12.56%. Southwest. Okay, so it's so weird, honestly. I still have trouble seeing Peloton and Southwest moving in the same direction. Like, those are two stocks that, in my opinion, always used to be up. Well, the fact is they always used to play opposite, and in my opinion now should also still be playing opposite, but no. Peloton under $40 though now. Southwest, which is so crazy because I remember March of 2020, the darn thing, it was trading for like $27. It fell to 17 at its low, and then it just took off. Anywho. All right, Faraday Future, Southwest, Beyond Meat, Beachbody. Okay, so some miscellaneous companies here losing a percent to 2. Smile Direct, Boston Beer, Toast flat. Visa 0.1%. I mean, nominal here. Yeah, nominal gains on some of these others as well. I do want to see, though, what a little bit more is being talked about. Yeah, so they're literally using the talking points we expected them to talk about. Inflation, highest level since 1982, 40 years. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Let's listen in a little bit more.
Confidence that, wow, we must obviously think that inflation has come down because rates are down. We have central banks that think they're the Incredible Hulk in manipulating rates. We need to be careful because when they turn, they're going to turn wild to the upside.
This guy's such a bear when it comes to the Fed. Now, I know he represents a lot of the opinions and frustrations of a lot of folks, but he's always complaining about the Fed. It's so funny. But he did mention rates, so let's go take a look at rates. So Dow Futures up 1/4, S&P up 1/3, NASDAQ up about 1/4. You've got oil. See, I usually like using the other one. Brent's at 75, WTI at 71.63, pretty stable. And if we look at bonds, 1.5 on the 10-year. I mean, that's basically a non-mover here. So, yeah. 1.5. It's kind of where we've been. Okay, let's see what other insight we can glean from this here. Okay, so information here. What do we have? Okay, information from CPI unlikely to change the Fed's stance on tapering. This is a Bloomberg piece. Consumer prices rose the fastest in 40 years, magnifying how rapid and persistent inflation is, eroding paychecks, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we already know that. Monthly momentum came in a little higher than expected at that 0.8%. But yeah, and it's worth noting, we're not seeing that softening yet, right? So we're not at that inflection point yet. We did expect this month to be bad, though. All the expectations were that things were going to be bad. Let's see here. The readings are higher than normal. Let's see. Back in pandemic day, we'd be at like 0.2, 0.1, right? Traders may interpret these figures as not forcing the Fed's hand into tightening any more than its hand was forced several minutes ago. Yes, exactly. That's a really good point, talking about how traders are responding to this. And listen to the line. Traders may interpret these figures as not forcing the Fed into tightening any more than its hand was forced as of several minutes ago. In other words, it's like, okay, cool. We meet expectations. We're already expecting the Fed to tighten, so can't get any worse, right? Yeah, for literally the first line here in reaction is, quote, well, it could have been first or worse. Yep, that's exactly it. So, okay. Yeah. All right. So let's see here. Okay, so then we have consumer prices, fastest rate since 1982. Fine. So the headlines are good clickbait. Dollar dips. Chewy. Did Chewy report? Hold on. I can't remember now. I feel like maybe Chewy did. Chewy's down 9%. Yeah, Chewy must have reported. Let's see what's going on here. Chewy was a good old pandemic play. I tell you, that's one of the things that does make me nervous about pandemic plays. Like anything stay-at-home related is people keep dumping those, even despite Omicron. So you got a price target cut to $74 from Morgan Stanley. You got a cut to $64 from Barclays. You got Chewy earnings bring mixed reviews from Wall Street. Stock tumbles. Yeah. Wells Fargo cut them. Gosh, everybody cut them. Yeah, okay. I also have the earnings. One sec. Oh, I did cover Chewy? Gosh, I don't know why. Oh, yesterday I was so tired. Just don't remember anything. Oh well. So basically, after the we did look at this. That's right. Yeah, net sales matched 2.21, but it was that EBITDA that was a disaster. It came in at 6 million, but the expectation for EBITDA was 23 million. I mean, that was a disaster. And then the forecast was on the lower end of expectations. All right, so that explains why they were down about 9%. Big nothing burger on Tesla yesterday. Did get a decent discount though yesterday. Almost under 1,000. Oh, what? It was $9.90 this morning? No way. Oh, what a bummer. Oh. Whoa, look at what it did at 972 when pre-market opened. Oh my gosh, what a sin. Wow. Very interesting. Yeah. Okay. Let's briefly just scroll through because it's always fun to do so. We're gonna take a brief look and just see if we can get some categorical increases on CPI for the month. I just want to see if we're getting an inflection point really anywhere. Okay, let's see here. Give that 1 second to come up. In the meantime, C3 AI pulling back a little bit. Hut 8 mining though, 6%. So you can see Hut 8, like it takes a few minutes. As soon as Bitcoin starts running, Hut 8 doesn't move right away. It's worth noting if you're ever trading that. All right, so looking at October to November monthly bumps. Food, 0.8%. It's right here. Just trying to look for some larger numbers here. What is this? 3.7% for other pork, including roasts and steaks. Frozen fish, 3%. Also trying to see if I see any negative numbers. Like, oh, ice cream's down. So pork is up, ice cream's down. And potatoes are down 2.5%. Oh, look at that. Food at employee sites and schools, 5.5%. And food at elementary schools and secondary schools down 8.3%. Okay. Motor fuel, 6.1. Fuel, 3.5 to the upside, 6.1 to the upside for gas. 4.6% negative for linens. Trying to find a trend here. Jewelry still down 2.8%. It's less people spending money on jewelry. Used cars, 2.5%. All right. What else? 3.2. Other lodging away from homes, like hotels and motels, 3.2. 3.7% decline in video discs, and admission to sporting events, 4.8% decline. That's it. Yeah. All right. Nothing super shocking in there. Household sector, that's gonna move in a bit. Someone says Hut 8 only waits when it's to the upside. It's fast to the downside. That's interesting. But let me look at that. Let's look at that timing here. Let's look at that. So the data came out right here at 5:30, right? And Bitcoin ran up like immediately. In fact, let's look at that lag. Okay, I bet you within the first 2 minutes. Oh, look, you had a double run. Okay, so the first run was within 2 minutes. Then you had a pause to 35. Then you had another run to 40, 37 to 40. So let's look at Hut 8 now. Hut 8 mining. So first 2 minutes. Yeah, first 2 minutes, Hut 8 mining did nothing in the first 2 minutes. Hut 8 mining ran kind of during the pause. Then you got a Bitcoin move. Then it was almost a little more correlated because this is also when Bitcoin ran right here. So that's interesting. Took about 2 extra minutes to get Hut 8 to move. compared to when Bitcoin started moving. That's enough time to go over there and buy it. That's worth noting. Ooh, look at this. Matterport up 4.2%. Lucid's up 4.35%. It's going to be another nice green day. Ooh. Can't keep the market down. Yeah, I'm going to find out quickly what happened with Moderna. It's got to be news on Moderna. Was there? Oh, there's a 4.7. Yeah, you're right. I did. How did I miss that? You're right. Yeah, look at that. It's right here. 4.7% for airline fares. 3% for public transport. Yeah, airfares. Makes sense. Household. Yeah, here's the shelter index right here. Rent of shelter only 0.5. I mean, that's still 6% for a yearly number, but yeah, well. All right, let me quickly see what's going on with Moderna. All right. Moderna falls after seasonal flu shot results disappoint. Oh, we still have that? I thought it was only COVID. All right, let me see here. Okay, so Moderna. Let me see what the headline actually said. Moderna announces positive interim phase 1 data for mRNA flu. But obviously the market was not happy with something. Okay, so Moderna believes it could be first to market for a COVID plus flu versus RSV booster. The heck is RSV? RSV booster. It's something for babies. Helps babies from RSV season. The heck is that? RSV disease. Something that affects infants and pregnant women, I guess. Respiratory syncytial virus. Yeah. All right. Anyway. Okay. Oh, basically a kid's flu, as somebody says in the comments. I see. Okay. Moderna shot looks no better than Fluzone HD, says Moderna. Or I'm sorry, says Morgan Stanley. Oh, I see. So you probably had some analysts who came out and started bagging on it. I see. Okay. That makes sense. Gotta love it when the analysts come out and poop on what you got going on. All right. Fizz down 10. Man, there's some movers here this morning. Fizz down 10.5%. Take a quick look at that. National beverage. Pediatric infection. Okay. So Nat Bev, price target lowered to $34. Margin miss as aluminum is hitting LaCroix. Wow. Aluminum prices are still up substantially year to date, but they've come off their peak a lot. Okay, so that's Moderna. That's Fizz. Southwest Piton, they're down almost 4%. Beyond Meat can't catch a break, sitting at 68.50. Otherwise, nominal reds. It's going to be a pretty green day, it looks like. Yeah, Lucid 4.6. Where's Tesla then? Take a look here. Yeah, Tesla's up 1.5%. Cloudflare is still, I mean, some of these prices, honestly, still decent. Like, if you did not buy the dip yesterday, some of these prices are definitely still decent. And let's see, Bitcoin sitting at 49.7. So that's a good move. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, okay. and a little bit of softening too. So I'm going to watch that to see if as we open, we end up getting a little bit of softening. Not uncommon. It's like the traders come in for a few minutes and then U-turn. C3AI rotating down. It's interesting. Traders moving on to different projects. 4% Matterport. Okay. ARC back over 100. Let's see how SARC has been. Just the volatility of this one. Let's see. SARC at 36. Let's look at the day chart of this one. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's right. Last week it ran to 40. No, the 6th, that was Monday. Whoa, 40.77. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Thanks, Jacob, on the camera. All right. So kind of tired hearing them already. Like, I think I've seen the same headline like 27 different times here about highest inflation read since 1982. Nobody cares. We're over it. Let's go read some other news. Energy, cars, clothing among the biggest movers in CPI. Really? I'm pretty sure I saw linens falling. Maybe I'm missing something. I did not see clothing do that well. Oh, well, I don't think that really matters so much. It's not. I mean, you just need to buy an ugly sweater. That's all you need. Oh, okay. Here we go. Men's suits rose 6.7%. Wow, the men got screwed this time. Remember, it continued to be women's dresses. Women's dresses still up 1.6%, but men's suits 6.7%. Wow. And boys apparel up 3%. I'm surprised they haven't been canceled yet for saying boys apparel versus girls apparel, since now Target says it's just children's apparel. And it's really hard to go to Target try to shop in the children's section as they've merged it. Although it's been quite a while since I've done that. Jack and Max just want Minecraft clothing anyway. Moderna. Okay, we talked about this. UK expert warns on Omicron. Let's take a look at this. Okay, let's see. The Omicron strain may be spreading faster in England than South Africa. Well, we expected, faster in the UK than South Africa. Okay, that's interesting. France is rushing its boosters. Hong Kong plans to tighten its quarantine rules for travelers arriving from the US. US is sailing towards a holiday crisis as hospitalizations rise. This is going to be really important to remember, is that you're going to, yes, that's funny. You're going to be going through this weird curve where if in the United States we continue to have COVID cases go up, and a lot of those are Delta cases, then you actually are going to see deaths go up and hospitalizations and deaths go up. And markets might look at that and get nervous about that, thinking, oh my gosh, Omicron's taking over, more people are dying, it's more contagious, oh my gosh, right? That like really basic first look. Oh my gosh, cases up, more people dying, this is terrible. When in reality, the new cases that are going up could be Omicron. And the deaths and hospitalizations could be, 4 to 6 week old Delta cases, which would mean the Omicron takeover would actually be a good thing for reducing severity. Hopefully not continuing to overwhelm hospitals, though, because that becomes a problem. So there could be a period of confusion about that. London Heathrow Airport says passenger numbers are likely to recover to barely half of pre-COVID levels next year as the pandemic continues to ravage long-haul travel markets. Germany eyes more potential COVID curbs. Who here, like not from a political point of view, but who feels sad that Merkel's gone? Does anybody feel sad? It's weird because I feel like I've grown up with her being the chancellor. And now we have Olaf Scholz. Anyway. Switzerland may tighten. Just looking at sort of all these different COVID updates here. South African neighbors brace. Mouse with COVID sparks lab leak alert. A mouse bite is at the center of an investigation into a possible new outbreak in Taiwan after a worker at a high-security lab was confirmed as the island's first local case in more than a month. The lab worker, a woman in her 20s, tested positive this week after coming into contact with the virus during her work at Academia Sinica, Taiwan's top research institute. She had not been traveling abroad. Oh my gosh, Kevin, it's too early. Not been traveling abroad recently and had received 2 doses. A mouse bite. I mean, I don't imagine a mouse was just walking around on the floor. It's probably a lab mouse, but still, that's interesting. Right. Olaf was on Hogan's Hero, right? I have no idea. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back. I want to see how markets are reacting because we got some green and then it all started kind of U-turning a little bit. Let's get in here. Look at the day chart. Yeah, look at that. So he had a little bit of run. This is weird, but still up. Still positive. Market okay. Market's happy. You know, market, look, when restoration's happy, market's happy. Restoration hardware. It's so ridiculous. Oh, it blows my mind. C3AI 15%. MP material. Running again. 5% here in the pre-market. I mean, this has been such an incredible run over the last couple months here. I think people finally realize it's it helps with electric vehicle motors, and then you got the GM contract. That was huge. That really put them on the map, I feel like, for what the hell is a video disc? I see someone's comment. Yeah, that's literally apparently what they're still literally and apparently. Yeah, you can put that together. What they're still measuring. Hey, but frat clubs are only up 0.1%. And hair, shaving, and dental products are down 0.2%. Oh. All right. Let's see here. Keep in mind, Matterport, fun one. Every time it goes towards 24. One to pay attention to. It seems to recently just be bouncing off of 24 much more frequently. Then we've got, but it's also not extremely clear where its support is. Lucid was down 18% yesterday. It's up 3.75% today. You know, Lucid was at 55, and my dad came over for dinner one day, and he's like, Kevin, I've been doing so great. I have a bunch of Lucid shares. And I'm like, Dad, I'm shorting Lucid. You got to get out of that. It's going to plummet. And he's like, no, it's great. It's great. It's going to the moon. Yeah, it's at 36 now. Anyway, that was fun yesterday. We talked about that. Coinbase, 2.73. That makes sense. Moving a little bit on Bitcoin. Let's see. BTC USD. 49.7 on BTC. Shift. Okay. Nominal moves here. Redfin back to almost 42. It's kind of been stuck in this spot. Yeah, look at that. This sort of move right here. This is kind of where it's starting to rotate a little bit. It's actually something to look at too. So I want to see how the rotation ones are doing a little bit. So specifically, we got a little list here. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so Redfin rotating up a little bit. Let's do a look at some of these others here. Lemonade's actually going down again a little bit. How about Corsair? That's another one. Corsair's up 0.75. How about Hood? Wow, Robinhood's actually up 2%. I mean, look at this stock. It's so disgusting. Okay, so Lemonade, Corsair, Diz. What about Disney? So Disney pre-market's up about 0.66, and it's also been kind of on a little bit of that U-turn. This is a really great company. Visa. Take a peek at Visa. Okay, went positive, 0.24. Google slightly positive. How about Apple with its all-time highs? It's up another 0.5%. My goodness. How do you feel about the Round Hill Ball ETF? I don't know what that means, but I do like NVIDIA, Microsoft, Roblox. It's interesting. Roblox in there as well. I always thought they were a little pricey, but the market really seems to like them. So does Kathy. Kathy likes them as well. Square up 1.3. PayPal. PayPal's really got some work to do. Yeah, somebody here mentions, this is true. I remember Disney ran up to 155 after they announced the streaming service before the pandemic. Steal. Yeah. So is PayPal. PayPal, Diz. Oh, how about pins? That's another one I wanted to look at. Yeah, let's do a little bit of look into Pinterest. This one's been something else. But I got to have a little bit of coffee first. So we'll do some analysis of Pinterest. But first, let's listen to Jimbo.
By higher rates, but there are people who basically want very much to get out of an apartment. Apartments 97% are full. I mean, the country's operating at full tilt. And full tilt, it's like a steel mill. You know, they can't operate at more than 98%, do 102, they burn out. We're done. We can't work. This economy can't be hotter. It is the hottest I've ever seen. Much hotter, of course, than 82.
Well, you made the Roaring 20s comment this week.
It is.
Got huge play.
It is. Did it?
Yes.
I don't know. I still think we're going into a frugal decade, folks. I know, like, and look. When have I done this? I don't think I've done this ever. I just thought about it this morning. I'm like, hey, I could match the color of the straw to the cup. Big brain. Anyway, so yeah, I think next year people are not going to have as much money. It's going to be a little bit more frugality. The company is going to have to do some work. But anyway, folks, look at Pinterest. So Pinterest, relative to where it was, these are pre-election prices, folks. Pre-election prices. That's crazy. Oh, you can't see it. Here you go. Look at that. You are sitting at where we are. What are we at right now? The order book says about 39. So 39 puts it at right here. This is oh my gosh, it's September of 2020. That's insane. So let me look at the financial analysis of this one. I think this one's just so freaking burned. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean it's okay. Yeah, frugality because everybody will be deep in debt. Wouldn't be surprised by that. That's why the buy now, pay later. You know? All right, let's see here. Pinterest offering employees paid COVID leave. Hold on, we got to look at that because if they're trying to lay off people, that would be bad. Let me see here. What is this? Okay, Pinterest is offering 4 weeks of paid COVID-related leave. Okay. Caring for children. Okay, well, that's just nice. Got it. All right, Pinterest financially, though. Let's look at the financials of Pins for a sec. Well, you'll just hear about them. Okay, so Pinterest, we're expecting to grow 51% this year, 26% next year, 27% the year after that, and 19% 2024, 2025, 17%. Does anybody here run a business that uses Pinterest? And can you give me any opinion about Pinterest? Do you? And then I'm going to run a poll. Pinterest. Okay. I know this is not a direct comparison, but I'm doing it anyway. So I just put a little poll in the chat. It'd be cool if you could vote on it. I think I put a poll in the chat. Oh, there we go. So it's, do you use Pinterest? Yes or no? And then I threw in, I use Etsy instead, just for giggles. So really I use Etsy instead are also no votes. So, somebody says they tried Pinterest, didn't convert as well as other socials. All right. Well, it's still projected to have solid growth. EPS wise, you're really selling for about 20 times 2025. Actually, less than that at this point. Seems like most of you not in love with Pinterest. Prefer Etsy over Pinterest. So do I. Really do like Etsy. Look at the valuation here on Etsy. So Etsy, actually less growth this year than Pins at 30%, 33%. And then settling at about 20% consistently for the next 5 years. Expecting $8 of EPS in 2025. 234 divided by 8. Yeah, it's definitely selling for a richer valuation than Pins. Yeah, it seems like most folks here aren't big on Pins. Oh yeah, the poll was for sure skewed. Somebody says Pinterest is their biggest position. Pinterest works best when it's used in combination with an influencer. Interesting. Well, yeah, that's true. Okay. What about... let's see what we can look up here for a second. So November 4th was their last earnings call. You know, sometimes it's interesting to look to see if there's fear in the way the executives are talking, or if there's like, you know, excitement over what's to come. Sometimes it is easier to hear that than it is to read it, but I'm not about to listen to it. So let's just do a quick little sample here. Okay, so continue to invest in business, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Q&A. Great. So 2 questions. New creator tools and idea pins, watch tab, creator activity. What kind of uptake do you think we can get? And then Q4 guide actually looked pretty decent. If you look at it sequentially, pretty good considering all the moving pieces right now. Color on what's outperforming going into Q4. Okay, let's take a look at this. So creators, and then Todd will answer the second question. Mobile video is in its infancy, blah, blah, blah. I don't know about that. I mean, it feels pretty normal right now, but okay. Let's see here. Give users more reason to come back to Pinterest with greater frequency. Planning a project. Internet people subscribe to content from their favorite creators, and brands have more reasons to visit a service and engage more frequently. Okay, so that's that creator combination we were talking about. Todd's going to talk about numbers. 4th quarter guide, and I can give a little more color about that. So I know folks look at this in a variety of ways, but we often get the question on a stacked growth basis. I think it's in the mid-90s on a CAGR basis. Over the last couple of years, we were in the mid-40s, which is largely consistent with trend. So I think your point holds there. So good guide. The color behind that is that we expect CPG. So I got to figure that out. That's maybe like conversion. We'll figure that out. Headwinds, which are unique to us. It's an industry, which are unique or aren't. It's an industry-wide phenomenon. So probably aren't. I would expect that continues through the fourth quarter. The question is whether it broadens beyond CPG. We haven't seen that yet. And I mentioned this is a little bit but we've had a lot of really compelling product improvements, working on automation, auto bid campaign, budget optimization. Especially, we had an especially strong holiday season last year. Some election benefits, okay. But the strength is really around our larger retail advertisers, many of whom are buying consideration or traffic objectives right now. So that's actually good when you have big companies basically buying advertising slots on pins, right? But we got to figure out what the CPG thing is. Something about supply chains? CPG advertiser. I don't know what that is. CPG is a type of advertiser. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Oh, I'll have to go to the annual report and figure it out. Okay, interesting. So I don't know. Pins is tempting. Maybe I'll have to put this one aside just because it's fallen so much and it's still a growth company. That's the thing to consider. Pinterest. Anyway, we'll go back to the sticks in just a second here. Consumer packaged goods. Thanks for that. I was literally just going to pull up their annual report to get the answer to that. But now I don't have to. And let's do a quick little trend and then we'll go back to the sticks. Not sure that anybody would really have a reason to need to Google pins, but it's always interesting to see. But pins is declining on search trend for like 5 years. But that could be a little misleading because I can't remember. I'm pretty sure if you type in youtube.com or just YouTube, see you have that same decline. And it's because I'm pretty sure it's because it's app-based now. You're not really having to Google anymore, right? So I think the trend analysis is a tough one to look at. You really need maybe like Apple Store trends. That would be almost the way to look at this. Helen does not like the format of pins. All right. Let's see. Pinterest. And then the sticks. So it's still editor's choice on Apple. It's an editor choice app. It's the #1 app in lifestyle next to calculator for iPad. See if there are any recent angry people. And then we got to go to the sticks. Okay, let's go. Where's recent? Here we go. Recent. I like the app. It's like I like the stock. I want the old Pinterest back. See, that's not good. Pronoun option? Really? I'm very glad there's a pronoun option, but it'd be nice if you added its. Are you freaking kidding me? It's a 3-star review because of it doesn't have its. Oh my God. Kind of mixed. Hate the quick save. Stop updating the interface. Stop with the useless updates. A lot of people actually complaining about stop changing. That's interesting. Lots of complaints about that. Too many updates. I don't know what's happening. A lot of problems. Used to be fantastic. I don't like the story option. That's whatever. Borderline unusable. See, this doesn't sound good. Needs a fixer-upper. Garbage. All ads. App is lovely. Annoying. This is all from like the last week. Latest update is ruining Pinterest. I mean, just like from an anecdotal review of an app, this does not sound good. Let's go back a tiny bit further and we got to go back to the sticks. Yeah, it does kind of give you the idea of where society is looking at some of the latest reviews, huh? Yeah. Over and over and over again. Will someone wake up? We hate this crap. Wow. It doesn't actually seem like they're replying to these either. I mean, I don't think they get more than like 10 reviews a day. Give back pictures in the comments. Pinterest just isn't helpful anymore. Ooh, see, look at that. I was a diehard Pinterest user, but now I found it too cluttered with ads, videos, and the story type posts that I don't think link to anything actually helpful. Oh man. It's really bad if you're losing the diehards. Frustrating updates. I used Pinterest for years and years, but it's essentially non-functioning for what I want to use it for. There's no way to search by board names anymore or click on people's boards or profiles from pins. And it's super frustrating. I don't understand what the benefit is in removing these features. It's only driving us away. Wow. All right. Let's go back to the sticks. Those reviews are not beautiful. I mean, there are good reviews as well, but that it's pretty loud and clear. What? Oh, so okay. Last one. Look, I'm an avid Pinterest defender. I believe it's one of the most useful and aesthetically pleasing apps out there and has a format that's simple enough to get used to. But over the last year or so, I've been getting disappointed in the newer updates. I'm all for change and growing as a company, moving with the industry. But Pinterest used to be able to cater and filter specifically to pictures and pins that I was searching for. I think that's what made Pinterest so easy to enjoy and find glee in making boards. I really like the feature of making your profile as one of your existing boards, and then boom, that feature seems to have been removed completely. If they don't listen to their audience, it's bad. All right. Plumbing and electrical issue. Meat spin. Pinterest is basically a crappy flip with plumbing and electrical issues, pretty on the outside, and terrible foundation issues. Have you heard anything about USD Tether only being back 20%? Yes, I actually did. I covered that yesterday in my crypto video, and I have that stat. I'll give you the exact stat because it's in my crypto hearing video. Stand by. I have that. I'll tell you the number. Okay, according to Barclays Capital. Here, look at this. I even have the citation for you. Who's got research like that? Pull it up like that. That's why you subscribe. Barclays analyst, whatever, said in a note Wednesday that we estimate Tether's immediate available liquidity might be as much as $28 billion or 40% of asset, but $7 billion of this is in bank deposits with unknown availability. So you got to take off another 7. That brings you to 21. And then if you go to CoinMarketCap, Tether technically has a market cap of 76 bill. So you're really looking at 21 divided by 76, or about 27.6% identifiable, backing. All right. What's the pre-market doing? We haven't looked in a bit. We got 9 minutes to go till the opening. MP Materials 6%. Going crazy. Backed Holdings, Matterport, Embraer, Lucid 30.3. Of course, the mining companies, Roku. Roku lost 8% yesterday, but it's coming back 3% today. EXPI World 37, Nvidia 311, Dave & Buster's 35, Cloudflare 153, Trade Desk 1.96. Zillow, Shift, SoFi, Robinhood 2219. Where's SoFi? Yeah, USDC did testify, as well as the Paxos coin, that they were 100% back. That is correct. USDC by cash and Paxos by cash and Treasury. I don't think that really makes a difference. It's fine. I think the market open is going to be what's interesting here. Mitch McConnell says inflation is out of control on Democrats' watch. Oh, I love the political infighting. Price targets for Disney. Yeah, higher than where we are. Oh, I love Disney. Smart company. Turtle Mitch. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yesterday I was getting a bunch of comments from people who were like, "Oh, but Kevin, crypto is collateralized or whatever. That's over collateralized." I'm like, that's a cute sales pitch, but you realize you could still get multiples of lending. Hold on a sec. We'll look at that really quick. See, if somebody can come in and deposit 100 here, hold on. If somebody puts 100, let's call it 1,000 USD, and they turn that into USDC, now you have 1,000 USDC. This, in some cases, you could leverage up to $20,000, right? I mean, that's an insane amount of leverage. I mean, just look at what you could do over at FTX. Now, sure, there are margin requirements. Like some brokers have strict margin requirements, like, hey, we're going to lend out your USDC to other people, and then that person's maybe only going to be able to borrow $500 on their 1,000. That's fine. So you get somebody who puts in $1,000, somebody else who puts in $1,000, 500. That's fine. That's good. Like these brokerages are fine. They've got margin and collateral requirements. But where are they able to pay these 8% yields? Well, they're able to pay these 8% yields because the numbnuts who are paying 20x leverage or doing the 20x leverage, that's where the issue is. So yes, some brokerages are maybe over collateralized, but not all of them. So that's really where your issue comes in. So what else? Let's see. How about the SPY? According to my wife, a lot of her favorite Pinterest creators have shifted to posting on TikTok instead and then linking to Etsy and Shopify stores. Really? Yes, and you're right, Andrew. I saw that yesterday and I was corrected in the comments. No banking reserve requirements anymore. We're at 0 now, which is crazy. But that's interesting. So how do you link on TikTok? Is that easy? Do you just put it in the description? That would be interesting to know. Maybe somebody can just tell me in the comments. But Helen says, "Meat spin, your wife is right." I don't know that I've ever seen can I find a link? If I just look at some stuff here. I mean, I guess sponsored stuff makes sense, no? Sponsored. Get the Google app. How does that? Okay, well that's. Oh, I see what that's. I don't know that in just like regular TikToks. I mean, you could link in your bio, I suppose. It's super easy. You put the link in your bio. Ah, okay, that's it. Ah, okay, like a link tree in your bio. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so that's kind of like Instagram. Okay. Got it. All right, got it. Link tree in bio. 10-4. Oh, yeah. All right. All right, 3 minutes. Let me see what the hedgies and the suits are talking about this morning here quickly. Let's go to M Live. Gosh, those reviews for Pinterest were terrible. All right, tech stocks rally with chips. Software earnings surprises. Yeah. Okay. Matching high inflation expectations really isn't a good thing. Well, yeah. Okay. CPI largely in line, which is a relief. Moves on CPI reading could fade soon. Not much detail on that. Okay. All right, 2 minutes to go until the open. No, I've never really looked into VEVE, but maybe I should. I'll write it down. VEV. HSBC, JP Morgan, Deutsche Bank tell London staff to stay home. SEC puts brakes on SPAC mania. World rushes to boost against Omicron. SALT debate forces rich Americans to confront widening tax gap. Even the smartest investors fall for crypto FOMO. This is just some of the headlines here. Most Americans are facing the highest inflation of their life. That's why you got to invest. Assets. D-Dog? What's D-Dog? Datadog. 1 minute to go. Datadog provides cloud-based monitoring and analytics, automates infrastructure. And Datadog, huge growth. Wow, it's got like a $54 billion market cap. EPS of 40 cents. And expecting to, wow, it's got a huge forward. It's expecting kind of flat EPS. I mean, even with 50 cents, this is like a 300 PE. 2025. All right, let's listen to the bell.
He's a competitor, but he doesn't care about anything other than winning. And you gotta love that.
He's doing it.
Yeah, he is. And one of the things, it's also business is very strong. That's how you again, that's a tell. The business is made very, very strong.
Very strong, especially on the enterprise side. There's the opening bell and the CNBC real-time exchange with the big board. It's clean energy company Altus Power celebrating a listing via SPAC at the NASDAQ. Event management company CVent.
Look how green it is. This has got to be like 88, 90% green. SPY was kind of dropping into the open a little bit, moving up. We've got Tesla moving down. Got some larger volume coming in here. PayPal down on the open. Hood. Whoa. Hood was positive. What's going on here? Hood's going down. Corsair kind of flattish. Solana didn't really move. DocuSign, flattish. Visa is flattish. Oracle popping off. Oh, nice run there on Oracle. It's just jumped another 4 or 5%. C3AI is dropping. That stock can't catch a break. That thing was up like 30% in the pre-market. MP Materials, 7%. Kind of flat right now, though. Backed moving up. Dave & Buster's moving up. Lucid slightly down. Trade Desk slightly up. Enphase, pretty flat. Is Ford moving? Oh, yeah. Ford's moving. Nvidia down. Ooh, we going to get some more buy-ops here? Let's see. Let's sort by losers. So Moderna, Fizz, Vol, Robinhood. What happened to Robinhood to all of a sudden go down? It was literally up 2%. I wonder if there was news. It was up 2%. Now it's down 3. That's a 5% move. It just must be more lockups dumping. We did expect the first 2 weeks would be a bloodbath of December. Yeah, there's no news. So it must be continued lockups, which should be over soon. But again, we're still not through the first 2 weeks of hell. I agree with a reversal in Visa. Shift down again. Airlines down slightly. Tesla just went down. Wait a minute. Tesla's under 1,000. Yeah, look at that. Tesla's fallen. I like how I just talk about Robinhood falling, and then somebody immediately has to ask, "How's your hood option?" No, yeah, I'm. Why would I like? Let me rephrase. I went in on Robinhood options because I expect the first 2 weeks of November or December to be hell, and then things to get better. No guarantees. It's a trade. Could be wrong. We'll see. But I'm watching Tesla here. There we go. Back to 1,000. Right now I feel like under 1,000 is a treat. And here's an opportunity. Oh well. Okay, let's listen to them here just for a brief moment.
$51.
I actually think that Larry does like me, just so you know, because I just think that what matters is that in the end, what he says about who really uses him. And at one point, he talks about the hybrid cloud. Everybody loves the hybrid cloud, which is like you're on premise, but then you can do it to one of the cloud companies. We're talking about Google. Yep. He said that he calls it ridiculous. He said that's ridiculous. You want to control the whole thing. So you have a cloud that can't be hacked, that you're in control of with a firewall behind you for Pren. And you also own. He's offering you a value proposition that's actually irreplaceable. And that's why you can see Bank of America, one of the smartest companies in the world, going with him. All the banks. I mean,
all right. So there we go. A little bit of a reversal there on Tesla. So I wonder if this was just like Elon selling or something like that. All right. So Jim Cramer's talking about Oracle. C3 AI is sitting at 11%. Playboy's up 4.6. Lucid's running again a little bit here, almost up 5%. So is Bill.com. Software trying to, yeah, look at that. Software reversing from some of its lows here. It's good. Invitae, Desktop Metal, Roku 3.21. No massive movers here. Yeah, Elon's got a bit left to go in terms of selling, that's for sure. AMC 28. Wayfair. Where's Wayfair? Oh my gosh, look at Wayfair. What happened to Wayfair? Whoa. Look at this horrible trend on Wayfair. I mean, it just continues to get worse. I don't have any Wayfair. But yeah, look at this. I mean, we could almost get a pretty nice. Yeah, that's a good one. Ugh. And then we've got, let's go here. Oh yeah. Look at that channel straight down. Yikes. Wayfair. And now they've broken below 240. Ugh. That is not pretty. I don't think they're going to go back to 300 anymore. It's based on these lower highs and lower lows. Bad trend. Ford still climbing? Let's take a look. Yeah, 2% on Ford. Oh, yeah. Nice. ARC is up a little bit. A couple percent. I think it's still under 100. Oh, there it is. Now it hit 100. Tesla back down. Look at this. Continuing to get some sales on Tesla. Etsy down about a tiny little fraction here. Restoration Hardware chilling out a little bit. Oh, yeah. Falling. So Restoration Hardware's falling. Tesla's falling. Beyond Meat's fallen. Peloton recovered a little bit. Solar Edge. Why are these guys down? Not much. Not much. No big deal here. C3AI is literally giving away its entire move here. C3AI was up, what, 30% in the pre-market? Look at this pre-market this morning. It ran up to 42.20. It was up substantially. Now it's only up to 34, 35. Yeah, falling at that as well. Oh, here comes DWAC again. This is when you know risk is on. Every risk off day, this thing plummets. Yeah, Lucid recovering. Back to 38. How about Bitcoin? I don't think we moved much. Yeah, 49.5. It's been relatively stable after that slight adjustment up. Trade Desk 3%, Embraer 3%, Teladoc 3%. How's TDoc? Did we start a U-turn on TDoc? Oops, that's a lot. Let's go TDoc. TDoc, we are, yeah, not quite. Still kind of in the toilet. Not as low as what we saw last week or Monday. End phase. Nice little dip here. Okay, well, let's see. Let's go listen to Jimbo, and then I'm going to look to see if there are other news bits. Sticks are not that entertaining, with the exception of watching Tesla fall.
Wow, well, you know, the key area there seems like a guy having a heart attack on Peloton.
Spoiler alert. It's a spoiler which I don't think the company has addressed.
No.
Maybe they had a statement.
No, I don't know. But look,
yeah, my wife watched that last night. I'm like, really? Yeah. They killed him off in the first episode?
You're not supposed to. It's just sorry, David.
I don't care. Don't watch it anyway. It's really not.
Well,
good.
I think that the downgrade had a lot to be desired, because I think that you would.
All right, I'm gonna pull off the Peloton talk. So let's see here. Fed, Bitcoin. Yeah, not much there. Okay, I'll go. Tesla did go positive again here. Let's go see here. Okay, 10-year falling. That's good. 1.477%. You know, it's amazing that despite all this crazy inflation, bond yields are actually falling as we meet expectations. It's pretty incredible. But yeah, look at this. NASDAQ 0.97, S&P 0.78, Dow up 0.5. It's really great. Inflation, what you need to know about Web3, crypto's attempt to reinvent, break on SPAC mania, Apple sued over broken watch screens that injured customers. What? That's odd. No, nothing that fun here. What's Wall Street Journal got? U.S. wins appeal in Assange case, bringing his extradition closer. 39-year high on inflation. So bored of hearing this. Musk and other insiders are selling at historic levels. And that's kind of interesting. Wow, 53 migrants killed in crash. Whoa. Wait, how is that even possible? It's got to be a truck. Oh, wow. A truck carrying more than 100 Central American migrants crashed in Mexico, killing 50. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, like a tractor trailer. Man, could you imagine getting moved around like cargo and then crashing? Ugh. So sad. All right. Google co-founders have sold shares for the first time in more than 4 years. Walton family Zuckerberg have accelerated sales. Unprecedented, says a professor over at Wharton. He said 2021 marks the most sales he can recall by insiders in a decade, resembling waves of sales during the twilight of the early 2000s .com boom. Got some juicy prices out there. Oh, the heaviest selling came as lawmakers in Washington hashed potential tax increases as part of the Build Back Better plan. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. May as well take some tendies now. Okay. That makes sense. 5% additional adjusted gross income on over $10 million beginning in 2022. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, that makes sense. Another 3% on income over 25 mil. Could you imagine having to pay that? Another 3, be at those levels. Tesla net worth. Okay, with the whole Twitter story. That's boring. We already know about that. Dell's. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that's better. Gives a reason. Welcome, AW, to the chat. All right. Fine. So that's not as terrible as it seemed. So what's going on over here? Tesla red again? What is this? Oh, it is so weird seeing Square say Block Inc. Like, I totally lost it there for a second. I'm like, wait, what? Oh, as I say that, it's falling. Square's falling. Losing money on Square. And Robinhood. Oh, no. Both of these are rotating down, and Affirm is rotating down. What's happening? It's the midday sell-off. Actually, it's not really midday. It's like 15 minutes in. Upstart. Affirm. Oh, dive. DocuSign, Etsy, Delta. Why are they all of a sudden rotating down? What is happening? SPY. Path, Pure Tech Play, HashiCorp IPO'd yesterday. A moat for cloud DevOps. Silicon Valley loves them. Thanks for that. I like how it says, Tuan, you were, I don't know if I'm saying that right. That's what I think, though. But anyway, member for 10 months. That's pretty cool. It says that. Anyway, SPY rotating down a tiny little bit. So what's happening here? We look away to look at some articles for a little bit, and then we come back, and C3AI is barely even up anymore compared to the madness that we saw in pre-mark. Just bled out. Yeah, even Bill.com kind of rotating down. Even DWAC. Yeah, DWAC just pulled back a little bit. So did Lucid. Just be fluctuations of the day here, or the market's like, yeah, maybe that is a lot of inflation. But hey, it's transitory. Oh, yeah, look at that. Ooh, no rush to buy at market open when things are just falling afterwards. Upstart now down 5%. Oh, look at that. Upstart just keeps going. Oh my gosh, AMC is down 8%. What happened? Enphase, now I just got an alert, is down 3% in a bar. Affirm down 4%. Matterport's down 3%. Uh-oh. It's under 24. Dive. Coin Neo. Trying to... Wait, why? Is Bitcoin falling too? Bitcoin's just a freaking tech stock at this point. You know what we need to do? Oh, wow. Yeah, look at that. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the beta for BTC compared to the NASDAQ. Because that'll compare beta to a tech stock. Okay, historical beta for BTC. And we're going to compare it to the NASDAQ. It's got to be like 0.8. Enter. Adjusted beta, which is what they're forecasting, is at 0.78. Historicals at 0.67. It's been trending up. When you compare that to the Dow, Dow. Beta. Yeah, it used to be so much lower. All right. It's getting a lot closer to 1. Okay. Anyway, so let me see what else is happening here. Let me go to top, see if there's any news. Hedge funds trying to put a lid on short rally for treasuries. Text on no. There's no news that would be leading to this, but you're definitely getting a little bit of a drawdown here. It's kind of like the market realized it was excited about a dumpster fire. It's like, yay, the dumpster fire is as bad as we expected. Yay. And the market's cheering. And then all of a sudden we're like, oh, we still got to deal with this dumpster fire. That's kind of what the market feels like right now. It's like that slow realization that wait a minute. Why are we partying for this? Oh, goodness gracious. But Apple's still up. Leave it to Apple to be up 0.6%. Upstart 5% to the downside here. Robinhood, another 4%. SoFi, Shift at 3.9. SoFi is going to be at 1470 again soon. I'm going to get to go shopping. Affirm 115. DocuSign 2.7. Squarespace, Palantir, 2%. Tesla, 983. It keeps going too. This is fun. Just gonna get some buy-ups. The pain continues. Don't I have a soundboard? Oh, I haven't been using this, but I finally got the soundboard up and running again. But I just haven't. Let me see here. There we go. Yeah.
The House of Pain.
Right? I stole all the Jim Cramer ones, basically. But then wait a minute. I also put this in as a soundboard clip. Wait for this one here. Ready for this? Your boy Kevin just lost lots of money. Here we go. Come on. Push it. Buying the dip. Oh, it's perfect. We got to throw that in there. What? See, and then later in the day, we'll have to do. How do I do this? Is it? I think it's. And then. What's the horse race? Where's the horse race one? Oh, there it is. Because when you start, pretty sure when you start lightning round, you got to do claps, hallelujah, and horse race. Sorry. Sorry. my bad. Sorry for the disaster there on the volume. I apologize. Anyway. So, okay, Tesla bouncing back up a little bit here. Okay. SoFi. Well, Steve has hearing loss. It's because he's on a Dell. Okay, I gotta go shopping. Tiny little bit. Just a wee bit. Not a lot, but just a wee bit. Okay. Let's see here. How are some other things going? SoFi, Tesla, SoFi. It's pretty close. By a little bit. And then how about how's our diff? So this is flat. Okay. Diz just went negative. ETH. Ooh. Let me fix that just because I get it. I get it with the volume thing. I think the volume should be better here. Hold on. Yeah. Is that more acceptable? Let me know if that volume there was okay. Oh crap. That's not what I meant to do. Ah, darn it. I didn't want to do that. Okay, hold on. Whatever. Okay, I'll just. Oh well, it is what it is. Okay. Sometimes on Robinhood, I get stuck. Like I forget to switch what stock I wanted to buy, and then it gets stuck, and then I buy more of the wrong one. So, yeah. Oops. Oh well. Okie dokie. So, all right. What other ops out here? Okay. Ooh, Ethereum bouncing a little bit. Oh, wait, but is it? Is it? Oh, there it goes. Somebody says I actually thought you needed to turn it up. Yeah, right. Louder, make my ears bleed. Terrible. Oh. No. TBD here. What's going on? Let's go BTC. BTC is doing the same thing. Wow, Lucid gave up its gains for the day. Look at that. Boop. Trade desk. That's juicy. C3I is only up 7%. You could tell who's behind on watching the video content because they're complaining about the volume right now. Sorry. Ear bleed warning. Tesla stops taking Model S and X orders outside of North America. Tesla now expects deliveries in other markets to start during the second half of 2022. Whoa. Interesting. Solana network got DDoSed again. Is that true? So, uh-oh. That would not be good. Wow, Palantir under 19. Oh, the pain. Etsy, EXPI. All right. What else? Palantir. Oh, it's so tempting. I know. Shipping problems. Yeah, I believe that. But Palantir's Palantir's valuation is right there with DocuSign's. It's also rotating down. Would you sell or trim Tesla if Elon stepped down? Probably not. It's the margins are still insane. And Elon's always going to have a voice over there. But, he just said he still spends half his time at Tesla and half at SpaceX. So I don't think he's stepping down anytime soon. This is quite interesting. Everything was going just fine and dandy. And you've really got this sudden rotation down. Macy's is interesting to me. I've been tempted by Macy's, but then I asked Lauren, and she told me that Macy's is the new Sears, and then I got very sad. Look, in fairness, Macy's is doing great with online. When Steve Jobs departed, the price boomed. Why? Because it's a cult. I would sell if Elon left, says Steve. Sold puts on Palantir at 22, gonna let them execute because why not? Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, you're probably getting it for like, what, 21 or something like that. But yeah, I mean, selling it, you might get hit harder on selling the contract than just taking the beating. Look at this Bitcoin crash here. I love it when I get all the people in the comments after I say that. It's not crashing. It's a normal Friday. And the funny thing about that has been the last 2 weeks, I've been regularly saying, hey, like, it's trending down, or, crashing in titles or whatever. And people are like, no, it's a normal Monday. And then the next day, it's a normal Tuesday. No, it's a normal Wednesday. And just like every day it's normal. Yeah. A lot of people got mad at me when I sold at 58.5, but the technicals were just crap. Oh well. ETH. Oh, look at that. We're almost at that 4K line on Ethereum. Bitcoin down equals normal movement. Yes, volatility is fair in crypto, Andrew. You're right. But the trend here recently has been in the pooper. I'm really curious to see if we're ever going to break that 4K line. It seems like this is when Ethereum gets bought. But we're on the minute chart, and I still don't see green. How is the VIX not up? Wait, and what happened with AMC? It was just down 8%. Now it's recovering. Matterport's still on the toilet. Oh my gosh, Hippo's under $3. Oh, it's so sad. Good company, but I've lost a lot of faith in InsurTech. The reinsurance market is scary. All right. What else? Yeah, Lucid's given up its gain. Ubiquity. All right, let me go here. AMC CEO sold shares. Oh, is that so? Tesla. Let's go back to ETH. Okay. I didn't think people who spam would pay $5, but sorry, Chris Hernandez, you may as well take your $5 back because you just got banned. Okay, Ethereum's bouncing. I'm going to buy a little bit. Oh, come on. Planned maintenance? Coinbase? Oh, no. Okay, there we go. It's working. I don't know. What do we want to buy? A little bit. All right. Could keep going down, but that is such a strong line. I really like it for Ethereum. Okay. Anyway, it's stuff like this. When I sit here and stare at the charts all day long, people like alerts just in case they're like, oh, I didn't know it was close to support. Doesn't mean it's going to go up, with the next minute. Who knows? But anyway, okay, cool. So Kevin buys next candlestick red. That's okay. I like it right here around 4K. It creates some nervousness if it fell under 4K for an extended period of time. Okay, BTC softening a little bit there at 48. It's softening its decline a little bit. Check the news. Okay, I'll check the news. Let's see.
Be on the Fed. My eyes, your eyes. What do you think?
Where else would you look, David? I mean, the November report underscores three important and worrisome parts of the inflation story. It's rising, it's persistent, and it's widespread. The 6.8% headline, just given to you by the one and only David Faber, just a bit over expectations, marked the highest.
Oh, consumer sentiment just came out. I don't see anything about news, though, otherwise. Consumer sentiment actually came in at 70.4 from a decade low of 67.4 November. Oh, that's good. Okay, good. Nubank? You can check the numbers for Nubank. I don't know if I can. So I don't actually have data on Nubank yet. No, that one. No, that's wrong. That must be the long one because that says liquidated. Maybe it's this one then. No. Nope. No data. Unless it's NU. I don't think so. NU. Tasselhoff, thank you. All right. So last little look here. Let's see here. First membership I joined on YouTube, been enjoying the content the last few weeks finding your channel. Josh, thank you. BTC. BTC still falling. Could lead Ethereum to fall more. Whoa. Yeah, it is. It's going back to that 4K line. It's difference here of $10, $15 doesn't matter, but it's so close to that line. Okay, otherwise, Hood 3%, Etsy 3%. The falling pain that we saw there for a while has mostly stopped, with the exception of Bitcoin. Look at Lucid. Holy smokes, folks. Look at Lucid. Play that support line. Like it literally. So if you don't have this line written down for Lucid, write it down. 36.94. Like I've had that line sitting here for many, many months, and look at the minute chart today. That's insane. Perfect bounce. Happens over and over again. Yeah, okay. Ethereum's playing games over here, which is perfect. It keeps reiterating the support. The 4K support. And people are always going to front run it by, $20, $30. Gosh, Dave & Buster's barely up today. It was up like 5%. What a very interesting morning. Just that plummet here. Pre-market. Wow, we ran up to 50,000 on BTC. Oh yeah, that's right. 50 just crossed 50,000 for like a hot minute. Sold right back down. Yes. My spreadsheet takes about a day to two to update when I do my portfolio update. Yeah. Thank you for asking. I'm going to actually update that right now. So you'll see it updated in like 20 minutes. I'll go in there right now. Okay. I got to go. Bitcoin's bouncing a little bit. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate y'all. If you're in the courses, you'll see my portfolio spreadsheet update in a few minutes. All right. See y'all later. Bye.